Accountability and transparency, it's essential for us to gain the public trust. You know, the things we've instituted to be able to police ourselves has been essential for the public to say, hey, we can trust this organization. We know that should the very few law enforcement officers that step outside the lines, they're going to be held accountable.
The sheriff has made it abundantly clear that he will support and back the troops in going out there and doing their job and give them the tools and training to do that. However, if they cross the line and they commit an egregious act of misconduct, it is his intent to handle that swiftly and with equally severe punishment for the violation that was committed. We did have some instances of high-profile, serious misconduct cases last year, and I'm sure many are aware of that. It started with the MSD tragedy case where 4 of our deputies were terminated involving that case, and we had a series of force-related misconduct cases throughout the year where there were additional deputy sheriffs that were terminated by the sheriff for excessive force issues in those cases.
One of the things I had learned early on was that we needed to ensure that we would hold our men and women accountable when they broke the policies and rules and the expectation that the public have when it comes to how they should be treated. And so we had to reinstitute a professional standards committee where we were fortunate to hire a judge to chair it and bring more balance in these discussion points where the civilians and law enforcement can have a constructive dialogue about what is really an appropriate level of discipline.
Professional Standards Committee is a committee consisted of about 11 people, 4 of them which are civilians and the other are management. It's the only one of its kind in law enforcement in Broward County. It's the only one that I'm aware of that has civilians, professional civilians, involved in the actual determination as to whether or not an officer or an employee of BSO has violated any of the laws or any of the sheriff policies going forward.
We are provided with great power by society. With that power, we must have controls. We must have policies, effective policies in place, and we must enforce those policies.
And so I'm confident that over the next few months and the next few years, this organization will have a solid reputation with the community and they will trust us.